Today's September 29th, 2009, and we're going to plant some fruit trees. I've never planted a fruit tree before. I got my two fruit trees here. One is an apricot tree, and one is a plum tree. Now, these are about 7 foot tall. They were actually only $15 a piece on sale at a local nursery, which is an amazing price. To mix in with the dirt, we got some Kentucky Black Gold compost. This was also on sale at a different nursery. $3.50 for each bag. I'm going to take this mower, and down in the back here, our property goes to right in front of the barn. You can see there's a trailer back there, so that's where we chose to put our orchard. Is right in front here on this hill, and we're going to start it today with a couple fruit trees. So I'll fill you back in a minute after I get the grass mowed. So I got a path mowed out back here. This is a hedgerow, which I'll do another video about. And this is that tobacco barn on the back of the property. It's actually not ours, but you can see the tobacco in there. Any of you that watch this and smoke or chew tobacco, you'll be smoking or chewing on that probably next year. And just to give you perspective, that's where we shot the first video, up on a little 200 square footer up there. And now we're at the back of the property. There's the truck with the trees. And now we're going to go over, and I read that for a $5 tree, you're supposed to dig a $10 hole. So we'll start digging our hole right here now that we got it mowed. So that's our hole so far. Not sure if that's deep enough or not. Pretty deep. But let's get a pot and see how it looks. Okay, trouble spot number one. How do you get this giant pot off here? Been pulling and tugging. I reckon if I wet it down a little bit that it would have helped. So I know for the next one, wet it down a little bit. In the meantime, I may just cut this baby off. All right, so that worked. There you see her in the hole. Now I'm going to fill that with compost and this pile of dirt and just kind of mix it 50-50. right, my 2 fruit trees are planted. You can see them there. A couple notes. There are the things with the poles there. A couple notes. I used 6-foot long T-posts with just a sock. Not sure how well the sock is going to work without. Sometimes the cloth will degrade over the winter, so I may try something else. But for now, I just had a sock available, so I took a T-post, tied it to a sock. It gets pretty windy out here. I didn't add water to the buckets. I just took a shovel and beat the heck out of it, and it eventually came out of the bucket. Adding water I thought was going to make it really heavy. And finally, the directions said to prune 3 or 4 limbs off down to about 2 to 4 inches long, so I went ahead and did that. And I guess 2 sprouts will come out in the spring. So this is my first time planting fruit trees. It is an apricot and a plum tree. The plum is on the left. And I'll check back next spring or next fall and see how they're doing. Oh yeah, before we go, I want to show you the poor man's cistern. We don't have water on the property, so we just leave our wheelbarrow out here and it fills up with water, and then we take gallon jugs, and we actually have a 7-gallon jug too, and we just dunk them down in there, and that's where we get the water for planting. So that's the poor boy cistern.